Hi guys, and welcome to Uncle Scott's Kitchen. In this video, we've got a little bit of a countertop deep fryer battle. We're going to pit the T-Fal EZ Clean model versus the All-Clad. We're going to compare and contrast these guys, and if you're interested in a good countertop deep fryer, maybe this will get you some good information to help you make a good decision. Now, why pick these two fryers? At first glance, you can tell that there are some similarities. And believe it or not, there is a French conglomerate company called Group SEB, which actually owns both T-Fal and All-Clad. These are both 3.5 liter immersion type deep fryers with onboard oil storage. And it's apparent, now I don't know if they're made in the same factory or perhaps the designs are licensed, but these guys share some DNA. It is obvious. So let's compare and contrast these guys and point out the differences and similarities and see if we can make some decisions. Now, at a high level here, I bought both of these units with my own money, and they are both good fryers. I have reviewed both of them. Both have gotten thumbs up and showing some chicken tenders that I've cooked in both units. You would be hard-pressed to find any difference at all in the food quality that both of these guys turn out. So from a certain point of view, you can't go wrong with either fryer. So let's take a look at the lids. Very similar. Each has a view screen. Each has a steam screen. The difference here is in the amount of plastic. The T-Fal has a plastic handle. The All-Clad has a metal handle. The handles for the baskets, the All-Clad is a little bit more decorated, I would say. You got the All-Clad logo on there, but no big difference between the baskets or the handles. The oil hoppers, very similar. Each holds 3.5 liters of cooking oil, which is just a little bit under a US gallon. Now, these are immersion type deep fryers, which means that the heating element is immersed in the oil itself. Looking down into the hoppers with both heating elements installed, I can't hardly tell any difference at all between the two. Both are 1700 watt units. When it comes to the controls on the heating element, there are a few differences here. Each has an on-off switch. The T-Fal has an analog dial which goes up to 374 degrees. It has one indicator light. The light comes on when the power is turned on, and then when the unit gets up to temperature, the light goes off, which is slightly confusing to me. On the All-Clad unit, it also has an on-off switch. It has an integrated countdown timer, which is kind of nice to have. It goes up to 385 degrees, so another 10 degrees on the All-Clad, and it has two indicator lights, a power light when the unit is on, and then an indicator light which indicates when the oil is up to temperature. That light illuminates, which I do like. So with the All-Clad, you get a little bit more functionality, you get 10 degrees more cooking temperature, and you get two indicator lights, so I do like that. Now, each of these units has onboard oil filtration and storage, which is very nice to have. You don't have to use it, but it is nice should you want to. The way that works is when you are through frying, you let your oil cool down. Then the fronts of each unit have these levers, and you move it from fry over to filtration, and the oil that's in the hopper will go down through a filter and be captured in this oil storage box. Next time you want to fry, you just remove the plug and pour the oil back in the unit and go about your frying. So that is really nice to have on both units. So which unit wins the fryer battle? This is kind of a push. They both produce delicious food, and that is the most important thing. They both hold the same amount of oil. Here, the difference is price and looks, mainly. Generally speaking, that All-Clad is going to be $50 to $100 more than the T-Fal. And I think if I were going to store a deep fryer in a pantry or perhaps in a supply room or on a shelf where I wasn't looking at it very often, then the T-Fal is a better value. If the fryer is going to be left on the counter where you look at it all the time, I think the All-Clad is a better looking unit. You get 10 degrees more temperature range and a little more functionality in the control unit. It's also a little bit sturdier in terms of build quality, at least in terms of material. You get a lot more metal on the All-Clad, whereas you get more plastic on the T-Fal. Hope this video helps you make a good decision should you be looking for a good countertop deep fryer. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time on Uncle Scott's Kitchen.